Good morning, everybody. I'm out here on McLean Creeck trail. I was heading down the Fisher West trail, but pretty rough and muddy, so found something else to do. I am going to hike Whiskey Hill. I'm not really at the trailhead. The trailhead's about a kilometer and a half up this way. But I'm gonna make a loop out of it and come back down around this way. And maybe hit up Champion Lakes on the way back. Nice morning. A little chilly, but not bad for November. It's around 0. So yeah, gotta walk up this road for a bit and find a trail. McLean Creeck Trail, another one of those roads that closes December 1st. So that's why I'm out in this area before the roads close. It's a nice drive in. The road's in pretty good shape. Nice and dry. A little bumpy, but not too bad for a dirt road. That's a beautiful buck. It's just kind of surprising. A lot of hunters out this way. And 2 moose just caught their ass ends running off into the trees. So yeah, already been a good day for wildlife. Some bird just flew over my head. Woodpecker maybe? Yep, pleated woodpecker. It was big. Couldn't figure out what it was as it flew over my head. Don't see too many of them. Cool. But yeah, wasn't looking for anything too big today. My original plan was Mount Quirk, back that way. That road's a mess. I mean, it's a ATV road really, or a 4x4 truck. And my van is neither. So, probably made the best decision by not going back there. But yeah, and then I found this trail, Whiskey Hill. It goes up over the west side and then drops down the east side and comes back up and over. But yeah, I plan on going up the west side to the top and then drop down the south ridge. And then head up those Champion Lakes. Just as I was leaving the van, a guy pulled in parking lot and had a chat with him. Looked like he was going hunting, but he's gonna try ice fishing the Champion Lakes if the ice lets him. He's asked me if I've been up there yet. Wanting to know how thick the ice is. So yeah, good luck to him. But yeah, it's supposed to be a windy day, but right now it's dead calm. But I'm sure it's gonna pick up. That's why I was looking for something smaller, but warm. It's supposed to go up to 6 or something, which is really good for the end of November. Normally this is where you would park, I guess, for Whiskey Hill. But there's 2 different oil and gas roads here. I think we'll be taking the one on the left. One there's open, surprisingly. Only authorized vehicles or foot traffic allowed in this area. And that's me. So let's go up here and get around the fence. Just looking at the map, and looks like I might be following this road almost all the way to the top. Be easy going, I guess. A little boring, but we'll find some adventure on the way back, I guess. Almost looks like an eagle. Still hanging around here. Come closer. Anyway, a little bit of an opening. That's probably a whiskey hole there. And that's probably the ridge I plan on taking back down. I'm thinking, but don't really know. I didn't look to see if there's a trail for this in the guidebook, but I don't think there was. I was looking through it this morning, and once I found Mount Quirk, I went with that. I did see the trail for the Champion Lakes, which is like very small, a kilometer long or something. So yeah, that should be pretty easy going if that's the top and we're taking a road most of the way. Nice. Yeah, it's too bad that woodpecker wouldn't come closer. Just had a bunch of red crossbills fly over. Haven't seen them in a while. Yeah, we're gaining some elevation pretty quickly. Starting to get a bit of a breeze. I don't think I've ever been up here, but there's a chance I've been up here on my ATV years ago when I had it. It's been a lot of time in McLean Creeck area, but definitely a few weekends. Maybe I'll recognize it when I get up there, or maybe not. Not that far away now. Quick and easy. But I haven't been making as much noise as I normally do. A lot of deer tracks, thought I might see some deer, but nothing yet. Maybe there'll be something up in this oil and gas area. No, I don't see anything but oil and gas stuff. That's probably the hill up there. No deers. Alright, yeah, see the trail ahead. Also one to the left. Check my map out, I guess. Nice views already. I think you could go up that way and cut over, but I'll take the trail. Looks like the more direct route. These here trail markers are for the ATVs and dirt bikes. You can get a map of the area and it'll show on the map the 396 so you can locate where you're at. Pretty handy for when you're traveling back here. I think we come up here and we gotta take another right. Not too far away. That's a funny sign to see. Maybe we join back up the road, I don't know. actual Texas gate on the trail. Must be a fence line along here. Yeah, caution, barbed wire fence. That sign in the trees is. People shooting guns down by McLean Hill there. Probably Fisher East Trail. You can see the oil and gas road down there. Still got snow on it, but not much snow up here. Most of the snow from last week melted away. More coming Sunday night though, so and colder temperatures. It's alright. Done pretty well through November, so can't complain. Yeah, looking for a trail on the right. See some flagging in the woods, but don't know what that's for. Maybe logging or something. Hey, squirrel. Oh, wait, gross. Hey. Pretty. I like to hide behind the trees. You know, buddy? Well, that's good. Got to see a grouse. Not very well through the trees, but it's good to see. All right, this looks like my intersection. Poop's pretty fresh. It's pretty soft, so looks fresh. Coyote probably. But yeah, the trail that I'm following on all trails goes up and over this way and down the hill. That trail will probably lead you to Fisher East. I'm going that way. But I kind of just want to come up here and to the high spot and see if I can see over to the east. See up there. Yeah, I can't see much up here. Steep drop off there. Quad trail goes down and around a little easier way. Some birdies. A little snow left from last week up here. Definitely saw a fresh dirt bike track from sometime in the last week. See snow there. Yeah, so I'll go back here and I'll take the left now. And should be at the top of the hill pretty quickly. I don't know if it's treed in, it kind of looked like it from below. But we're gonna find out. Looks like a cut line, this one, nice and straight. Taking the left. And it's only about less than a quarter kilometer up here, so maybe I'll speed it up. Hey, bud. All right, bud. Seeing funny signs back here. New. Like, you see them out on main roads when they change intersections around, so interesting. And another Texas gate sign. I don't know though. Looks to be pretty treed in. I almost think we're at the high point. Surveyor marker. Yeah, I guess this is it. What a view. A dirt bike trail. More survey markers. Little spot set up camp, I guess. Huh. Okay. I'll come up here and cut some trees down. Maybe there'll be some views along the ridge here. Actually, it looks a little bit more open up here. No quadding on this one, just dirt bikes. But I think you can quad on this one, a little wider. Yeah. Better views to the east through the trees. Nice little spot, really. No wind again. Surprising. Alright. Good as it gets. Just imagine there's no trees. I can see Bandit back there. The trees. That's all you're getting for now. Again, it might open up some more down here, but the whole ridge looked pretty treed. Like I say, there are little spots where you can see the mountains in the background. Cool. Anyway. Summercan? That's too bad. There's be beautiful out to the east if you could see. I would imagine Calgary's out there somewhere, but probably more that way. Anyway, I might as well have a little rest. Enjoy the not so great views. Beautiful sitting here in the sunshine. Gloves and toque were off long ago. Could almost take my jacket off sitting here. It's nice. Still see my breath a little bit, but sunshine's making all the difference. But yeah, not bad. Hope for a little better views. Reminds me of McLean Hill, which is just north of me there. But McLean Hill got better views. But yeah, on the All Trails guide, it calls it Whiskey Hill. Well, I don't have any whiskey, I got a mocha. Not a big drinker, so. But yeah, they call it Whiskey Hill Trail. But when you look on the map, this is called Whiskey Mountain. And I was on my peak finding app, looking at the mountains over here, picking them out. And it says that I'm on Whiskey Mountain as well, so we'll call it Whiskey Mountain, I guess. Even though it's a bit of a hill. I don't know how they come up with the names, whether it's mountain or mount or peak or hill. I've been up hills that felt like mountains and up mountains that felt like hills, so not sure how they determine the names. But yeah, I don't know if I've been up here before or not. I thought it was a different trail I was on, big ridge, but on my ATV, but I think that was down by Blairmore. Hear the guns going. But yeah, Fisher East Trail runs all the way around this here Whiskey Mountain. Basically back out to where I'm parked there. Camped back in there before with the ATVs many years ago. Man, they're firing some pot-left shots down there. Yeah, where's the wind? Weather was calling for pretty strong winds. Partly why I was looking for something easier, but maybe they're still coming. I'll enjoy it for now, though. I see the trees down there are starting to move. Perfect. Get to enjoy it without any wind for a little bit. Just happy to be outside, me. Just came down off the trail here where I was sitting. Got a good view of the Big Four, Bandit, Outlaw, Cornwall, Glasgow. Look a little snowier than last week. Still not too crazy. And it sounds like I can hear the wind off in the distance. Here come those winds. Still not too bad though, really. But yeah, gonna take off my little resting spot and head south down the ridge for about 1 kilometer, and then I'm going to turn off to the right, see if I can get down to those lakes without having to go back to the van first. There's no real trail on my map going to the lakes, so sure I'll figure it out somehow. Yeah, I'll head down this way for 1 kilometer. These flags are huge. Someone didn't want to get lost. They're like every 10 feet. Oh my. It's a little much. Squirrel. I hear him, but I don't see him. Another trail going down. Like I say, a whole network of trails around this area. Take you back down to the Fisher East Trail. Yeah, dirt bike only on here too. Yeah, some nice views to the east here. Some rolling foothills. To the Millerville area. Calgary must be just out of sight. Oh yeah, my trail was up there and I came down here to see if I could get a view of Calgary. I can see it there now. So I'll probably follow this back up along. Yep, there's Calgary. Bird flying right over top. Actually see that Calgary Tower sticking up there right in the center, I believe. Nice. Yeah, some decent views anyway. Yes, I'm gonna continue up here and find my trail again. I think I've seen Calgary from the last 4 or 5 hikes, but most of them obviously are out in this area, so good chance of seeing it. Back to my trail. Half a kilometer to my turnoff. Really nice in here. Wind's gone again. Going down, but a little flat spot and then down, flat spot, down. Nice. Lots of lodgepole pines for the most part. Tall and straight. Going up. Give me a view. Here we go. A little more open. Mesa Butte. Directly below the sunshine. Views to the east. A little bit west. Not bad at all. Better on the top, I guess. Ooh, I wonder if this is my turnoff. Probably is. Yep, this is my turnoff. I could go down that way. It's a little bit longer of a way and takes me away from the lakes, but it will lead back to Fisher Trail East. But I'm going down this way a little ways. Again, lots of trails through here, so I'll be making another turn off. That's cool, I've never seen one of those. Shell oil marker and it's shaped like the shell. Cool. Pretty neat. Yep, plan on heading down this way for about 1 kilometer. And then I'll be turning right again. And get over to the oil and gas road, I guess, looks like. Which which would be the oil and gas road you saw this morning off the road there, the one I didn't take. Be up that way. Definitely a tighter trail, but still not bad at all. The amount of flagging here, you'd find your way down in the dark. It's wild, like every 10 feet. 1 or 2 strips, like come on. Some going that way. Unless it's forestry stuff, which it could be, I guess. Marking the edge of the cut line. Got a whiskey jack. Gray Jay, Whiskey Jack, whatever you call them. Canadian Jay. Lots of different names. Oh yeah, those birds have many names, but I normally call them Gray Jays or Whiskey Jacks. Canada Jay is kind of a newer name. But hey, we're on Whiskey Mountain, so Whiskey Jack is the perfect name for them today. Makes sense to me. Yeah, this orange flagging must be for logging. They must be gonna come in here and cut this all out, which would be good. I can come back up here and get a view on top of Whiskey Mountain. But yeah, because there's no trail running that way, and they got it going that way and that way, so probably on the edge of the cut. Cool. Come back in a couple years and we'll get a view, I guess. It just came down a quite large hill to this little creek. It's barely running right now, but probably what feeds the Champion Lakes down there where I'm headed. Probably follow it right down to the lakes, but instead I gotta go up this major hill. Probably could have cut through up there and avoided this, but whatever. Not that big a deal. Dirt's pretty loose though from the dirt bikes tearing it up. Should be soon to my turn off to the right. Maybe some kind of pipeline. No deers. Yeah, this is probably my turn here. Yeah, I'd say a pipeline. Oh yeah. Oil and gas stuff, so that's probably where I gotta head over to the road. Boy, it's warm, even going downhill. I have to take my jacket off. Yeah, pretty sure I'm going this way, but I will double check. Someone just drove up the oil and gas road. I ain't going too far because I think that's the end. He must be a worker because the gate was open, wasn't it? Huh. But still not supposed to come up here. Yeah, all kinds of oil and gas stuff. And I see somebody's truck up there. Nice. Big building. And the Gas road continues up that way, but not far. We're going down this way, not far. Oh, look, the flare stack's burning. That's a big one. Wow. Yeah. Not far down here. I'll be taking a left. Oh, ATV's coming. Didn't even see me. That guy did. That's probably my turn off right here. See signage. Check the map to be sure, but I think that's it. Yeah, there's another dirt bike trail on the right. And this is my trail over here on the left. See, I could follow that right back out to the road where I started up the other oil and gas road. And how to find the trail. Oh, yeah, here we go. Back into the woods. And this should take me right down above the lakes. It doesn't really show a trail, but I'm sure there's something dropping down in there somewhere. A little bushwhack. They're not big lakes by no means, they're tiny little ponds, but good for fly fishing, I guess. Hard to believe I'm got my jacket off in the end of November. Loving it. Yeah, I'm just coming along the trail here. Lakes are kind of down to the right of me. Can see the lake down there below me. Just gonna continue a little further, see if I see a trail over here. Rather take a trail than bushwhack, but pretty grassy most of the way down there. See, this trail's starting to lose elevation. Oh! Actually, yeah, it looks like either down there or down there. I saw someone down at the lake over there. So. Oh, rattlesnakes. They're not rattlesnakes, but they sound like them. You hit them when you're walking by and it sounds like a rattlesnake. We do have rattlesnakes in Alberta, but just nowhere near here. Yeah, just gonna cut down through here and hopefully not too much bushwhacking. I wonder if that's the guy I saw this morning fishing. What's little dents down here though? Bushwhack City. There's something living under there. There's a big hole on both sides. Skunk or something maybe. Oh, yeah, it's really dense. All right. Like some sort of a game trail through here though. We're pushing on. Bad. The lake. Cool. This looks like a trail running along here. Sort of game trail. But yeah, I'm gonna go down there and get around the lake. marshy, but hopefully it's frozen or not too high. Nice. Champion Lake number 2, I guess. Beauty. Oh yeah, she's a little marshy. Watch my step. Nice little bench over here. Burnout tree. Yeah, cool. Get a picture. All right, I'm gonna continue around, talk to that guy for a second, head to the next lake. Well, the wind sure is picking up. Trees are shaking and groaning. That's all right, because I'm almost done, actually. Just got to get over to the next lake. It's only a kilometer back to my van or so. Hard to see him through the ice. Yeah, there's a good dozen there or more. Yeah, that's just a little inlet that connects the two lakes together. I just moved to the next lake, which I would call the first lake, I would think. Oh yeah, I met up with the ice fisherman that I met in the parking lot there. Sat and chatted for 10 minutes. He caught a few perch and some trouts. That's cool. But said he hadn't kept any. He finds a decent perch, will keep them, but those things are so small usually. There we go. Champion Lake number 1. Very nice. He says the other lake was better for fishing. Comes up here often, I guess. Nice. Well. Kind of want to go over there and sit on that log, but sunshine's here, so I'm gonna sit here. Nice little log. Perfect seat right here. Brush off the squirrel food. Very nice. Nothing wrong with that for a view. Found this happy birthday balloon at the other end of the second lake, I guess. So I'll grab it and take it back with me and put it in the garbage. Probably came from Calgary. But I'll get it to the garbage can. All kinds of that fungus. It's like smoke bombs. And there's all this here nice white stuff. The whole way along the tree. Nice picture of that, imagine. Yeah, it's a lot of it. Cool. Well, that's about it, I guess. Head back to the van, which isn't far, like probably half a kilometer. That's food. Nice little spot. Stump sitting there for 20 minutes or so. Yeah, this little tiny ridge is blocking all the wind. It's perfect. Another trail down, I guess. Bye-bye, Champion Lakes. Woo. Windy. A little bit of a hill to get up here, I guess. Pretty steep, actually. Not gonna mean nothing serious, but I see a rope here. Must be to help people get up with their fishing gear. That's funny. I don't need it. Got my poles and stuff. But it's pretty steep, little hill. Yeah, it's a great little day. Nothing too strenuous. Kind of what I was looking for, right? Easy peasy. Nice. Little creek, probably the one I crossed further up, hey? Looks like it's running about the same. Rotten bridge. Alright. No problem. Oh, wow, there's the dirt bike guys, I guess. Wow. I was not expecting this many vehicles here, that's for sure. The white truck was here when I left. There's 5 others. Probably all dirt biking and stuff, I guess. Well, it's windy out here. Hopefully you can hear me. I did 9.25 kilometers, under 400 meters elevation. That's like the least amount I've done in a long time. But hey, get out and stretch the legs. Had a great day. Sunshine, nice and warm. Long sleeve shirt, right? November 22nd. Awesome. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, as I always do. But yeah, no, it's a nice little hike. Not much wildlife, few birds and stuff, but can't complain. Yeah, you can see these guys here got their ramps out for their bikes. But yeah, so I guess I'll head back to camp and make some lunch. Once again, thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next adventure. Look like birch.